Hey y'all, what's up? I am back and I want to tell y'all a little bit about my Dreamville experience. And I hope that I remember everything. Honestly, I didn't take no notes, girl. I was just out there living. You feel what I'm saying? But I hope that I can remember everything that like really took place. If not, then girl, charge it to my heart, not my head, honey. I might end up bringing it up in another video or something. But anywho, first of all, Dreamville Fest. So glad that I went. Super exciting. It was definitely fun to me. I feel like I could have had way more fun than what I had. And keep in mind, this was my very first festival that I've been to, and my fiance that he's been to as well. So we did this together, and it was fun. First of all, let's go back a little bit. So last year we found out that Dreamville Fest was streaming on Amazon Live. So we ended up catching like a little bit like towards the end because I feel like we found out about it later. And it was like right when J. Cole was about to perform. And I was going crazy in the bed, like singing, rapping, da 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 da. Like I was like, oh my God, like I love me some J. Cole. Like I gotta be there next year. Like I gotta be there next year, right? So later on last year, he ended up signing up for like I guess like alerts or whatever for J Cole, and then come to find out they dropped the info about Dreamville Fest and how the tickets and everything was like, hey, we're doing a Dreamville Fest. It's gonna be this weekend and yada yada yada. So he wakes me up like, hey. Dreamville Fest, you still trying to go? What you trying to do? And I'm like, yeah, like we could do it. Like, yeah, let's do it. So we went ahead, we locked in our hotel, our flight, all of that. We did it on the website. On the website, they already gave us suggestions as far as hotels and stuff like that. They gave us everything that we needed, and we did everything through there except for our flights. We got our flights separately, but as far as getting our tickets, the tickets that we wanted, getting our hotel, all of that, we went ahead and just locked it in. We didn't even know who was going to be on the list, the sign up. I was merely wanting to go just off of the strength of J. Cole. I really didn't give a who else was going to be performing, okay? So we didn't know that. They just dropped the early details, and we hurried up and we signed up for that. We ended up getting a hotel. Girl, I ain't gonna tell y'all my hotel because if I go next year, bitch, I don't want y'all trying to be, saying in my hotel. But just know, I really liked it. BIT, it was in a good spot. It was in a good spot and near like a shopping center. Like, girl, it was just new, and it was what we needed to where we needed to be at. Okay, because leaving out the hotel, if we needed to go somewhere, we didn't really need to Uber. We could have just walked over there and grabbed this, grabbed that, whoop de whoop, and it was good. So I love that. Okay, so we left on Saturday morning, and it's crazy because we left Saturday morning, but we flew back Monday morning. But I really wish we would have. I was thinking we should have like flew back later on Monday, but after getting home, it was really like, we flew out at the best time. So I think if I were to go again next year, it would be let me fly out probably on that Friday at some point. Let's fly out on that Friday and probably still head out on that Monday. Okay. So get to the airport early Saturday morning. Leave and thanks, babe. My food's ain't came. Okay. We get to the airport. We leave early that morning, get there. While we're at the airport, I see this couple, and they have on this Dreamville attire, and I've never been. So I just walked up to them. I was like, hi. I said, y'all got y'all Dreamville outfit on like y'all always do. Hey, mate. Anywho, I was like, girl, so have y'all been before? Like, 'cause I'm trying to see what to expect. And they was like, nah, this is our first time or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay. But it was raining that day. So the young lady was like, you do know that they pushed it back though, right? I was like, they did? Because I didn't have the text alerts. So everything was on his phone. I don't even think he had the text alerts. I think he got his notifications via like the phone, the email or something like that. But anywho, kind of found out they had pushed it back. It was supposed to start, I think, at noon, but they pushed it back to like 2:30, which actually ended up being perfect because it was raining. And I was like, oh man, this is sucky. I brought certain outfits that I wanted to wear, y'all. Just know I ain't wearing none of my outfits. I feel like that's partly why I did not have the fun that I fully wanted to have. Like, keep in mind, I was on a maybe an 8. But I could have hit a 10 if I was really like, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really take a lot of pictures or do none of that because, girl, the wind wasn't being nice to my hair. So I ended up putting on a hat and stuff. So it was what it was. I mean, I still took pics, but pics y'all may never see. Who knows? But anyway, yeah, so we finally get there. It was a smooth ride. Girl, I'm lying. The second flight was a smooth ride. The first flight, girl, it was like Girl, it was turbulence, and I was like, but you need to get this together. But of course, we're flying in this stormy weather, right? So we get there, we land, we get to our hotel, Uber to our hotel. Everything was really smooth, you know what I'm saying? Get to the hotel, sign in. First, the lady was talking about they ain't have no rooms. I said, bitch, what you mean? You ain't got no room, girl. If I done booked my stuff all the way back 3 or so months ago, girl, you should have made sure that y'all cleared out the space for what this weekend finna be. Tell them niggas they gotta check out early, period. But anyway, she lied, girl. By the time she finished like checking us in, girl, she had a room, whatever. So we go in the room. We was good. We chilling, whatever. So we were hungry, so we walked across the street. We ended up eating at this Mexican spot, which was like super good. Like the shit was good. Like, girl, I might insert like a little video so y'all can see a little something here, but they queso was everything. Okay, the queso was it, girl. It was a spot called Torchy's. Like, girl, it was good. So anywho, I wish they would put one down here, but it was good. First of all, I'm in Raleigh, and I'm seeing that they got spots that we ain't got here in Georgia, and I wish that we did. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's a popular grocery store that they got out there. Girl, I had to add the people on Twitter like, "Good, y'all need to bring one down here." Maybe they tried. Their stores are only up north, so I'm like, dang, y'all need to get it together. It's kind of like a Whole Foods mixed with a Kroger a little bit, I feel, or mixed with a Publix. Something like that. But it's like, oh, it's just nice. But anyway, so we get to the park. First of all, after we eat and all of that, because we wanted to make sure we eat, we didn't really eat nothing that day. We get back to the hotel, get everything together, get ourselves together so that we can head out here, right? So I don't even know what time we left. I felt like we left maybe like 3 o'clock because the park had opened up at like 2:30 or something. So we get out there, and what happened was it ended up just being super packed. So our Uber had to drop us off at kind of like the back of the park. I think we came in on the west entrance, BITCH. When I tell you we walked the green mile, we walked the green motherfucking mile just to get up there. Do you hear what I say? I mean, walking. At first, it's like you getting a little winded because it's like, oh, girl. Ooh, we making it. We trying, girl. We getting there. But, we see the little Dreamville little letters and stuff, take pictures, all of that. We go inside. It was smooth. Like, even though it was a ton of people, we were able to get in. They checked our bags quick. Let me tell you what was so fire that I loved. And I don't even have it on me, but it was the wristband. And with the wristband, and I actually used this. A lot of people did not use it. I ain't going to say a lot of people, but I heard a few people chatting about how they weren't interested in using it. So it's the wristband that has a chip in it. Hello? So you can connect your, like, once you scan the barcode or whatever that they give you, the documentation. Because first of all, when we decided to do the fest, what they did was they said they were going to mail out our wristbands like a month or a few weeks before. And they did. They mailed it out, and it came with like this postcard. And on the back of the postcard, it had like a QR code or whatever. And it says you can use this to activate your wristband, number one. And then once you activate your wristband, if you would like to attach like your credit card to that wristband, so while you're out here you don't have to keep pulling out your card trying to swipe. You could just scan that wristband to purchase whatever it is that you want to purchase. And I said, oh, BIT, that is clutch. Even though your girl had her wallet on her, period, it's just the fact that that's clutch. Okay, all right. So I thought that was dope. What else did I want to tell y'all about? I'm trying to remember what else. So yeah, we got out there, like everything was smooth, like just getting through the lines. Now I heard if you came in on the east entrance, y'all motherfuckers was waiting a long time. And you know what? I'm not mad at y'all. I'm not, it's not that I'm not mad. I'm not sad for y'all. Sorry, girl. Because see, we walked the green mile. By the time we got up there, it had better been a smooth ride. But see, if y'all got dropped off on the east entrance, y'all probably got closer. Y'all probably got there, like y'all walk wasn't as long as our walk. So it took y'all a minute to get in, and just so what you get. But anyway, girl, so we slid in, checked our bags, scanned us in, even though, and what was crazy was how many people was outside. Dreamville shirts, we got the Dreamville shirt, $5 shirt, half off. No, I'm sorry, it wasn't $5. I said it was going to be $5 by that last day. It wasn't $5, but it was like half off. They talk about the damn shirts, and the inside was $60. So they were like, we selling them for $30. Girl, they was lying. We got inside and the shirts was like $45. Like, I might as well just get an official Dreamville shirt. And it's no shade to y'all. Y'all got to make y'all money too. It ain't like J. Cole stopped y'all from selling y'all shirts and stuff and whatever gear y'all had. You even had people out there telling, say, get your wristbands. And I said, bitch, I wish I would buy a wristband from y'all and get up there and that bitch don't activate. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Where did you get this wristband? Then they was willing to buy extra wristbands up off of people, I guess just to sell back to other folks. I was like, wow, anybody got a wristband? Anybody got a wristbands? Buying wristbands, da da da. I was like, whoa, y'all got a whole lot going on, okay? So anywho, we get up in there, they have like, of course, first of all, their bathroom section was dope. I like how they had a ton of like little porta potties or whatever you call them. The only thing was that, girl, them things was nasty on the inside when you got in there. So and then it was tiny as hell. So imagine how you had to maneuver your body, like your arms and stuff, trying to hold, trying to keep, not want your stuff to touch nothing. And the girl, it was just like a lie. It was a lie. It was like trying to get in there and finesse or whatever. But anywho, they had it there. They had a lot of them. They had a lot of eateries, a lot of places you could go to get food. It was just nice, I'm trying to see what else. Yeah, they had the free water and stuff, but you had to fill up your own water bottles when you come. Because it was wet and it was raining, I brought a blanket for us to lay on, but I did not bring it out there at that time, because it was wet. I ain't wanting it on the ground, We ended up at some point later on finding some seats and stuff for us to sit on. It wasn't a lot of seats, but they had some little picnic tables and different things spread around throughout the park that you probably could find to sit on. The sun ended up coming out, though, later that day, so they did great once they pushed it back because the sun truly came out. It was just windy as hell out there. It was super windy. So when we got out there, I can't even remember who was on the stage. Let me pull up the list to see who all performed and who I got to see perform. Okay, let's see. I did not see Marcus Clay. I did not see Vic Tony. We didn't get out there for that. Oh, I think Luke was wrapping up and Sir was performing. We missed Omen, we missed Luke, but Sir was performing. Sir did a really good job. I was definitely out there vibing, had a good time. It was not a lot of people in the park. On this day, more people came later that day, but what y'all saw on TV, if y'all saw it the night when Drake was out there, bitch, that shit was blow. When I say blowed, I'm talking about. Girl, I felt like it was about 300,000 folks out there. I'm not even gonna hold you. I feel like the day before it could have been like a cute little 100,000, but I feel like it was like 300,000, and I wasn't far. I was pretty far back from the stage, but close enough at the same time, because I don't want to be in the midst of all of those people at the front, because when all that pushing and happened, no ma'am, I'm too small. I'm short. I don't want to deal. I'm good. Let me be at a decent spot where I can see what's going on. I love that they had the screens and stuff, all of that. Like, that's where I want to be. I want to still get the experience, but I ain't trying to be that close up in it, okay? That's just not me. So, saw that. Sir performs, did a good job. Key Glock. I wasn't really tripping off Key Glock performing and Jesse Reyes performing because once Sir wrapped up, we went over to the merchandise area and we purchased some stuff from the merchandise area. And what I liked was like they had like 5, 6 different lines, right? They had somebody on like each side, like different lines, like different sections. And then they probably had maybe 20 different workers like taking orders. So basically you wasn't there long. The line looks intimidating, but they was getting people through. And I really did I appreciated that for sure. So we definitely got us a few items. It was this one jacket that J. Cole had, and B.I.T., it was so dope because it had the Krispy Kreme on the back of it. I didn't get it. I wanted it, but I was just trying to identify, do I really need this or do I want this? And I was like, I want it. I don't need it, so I ain't gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Even though they did say that they still selling merch until Wednesday, girl, I'm still teetering because it might still get purchased. You know what I'm saying? It was super cute. But who else did I ended up seeing? Earthgang. I was looking forward to seeing them because I hear a lot about them. I don't really listen to their music, but when we went over there, right when we finished with the buying our merchandise and stuff, it was the perfect timing because as soon as we walked over, everything, they were getting the setup ready for Earthgang to come out. Earthgang comes out. You could not hear shit if you was in the bag. Like, you could not, they have the area where I think that, like, the walkway may be divided and then everything is gated. Those people right at the front of the stage, they could hear what was going on. But if you were, like, right behind those people and back, you couldn't hear shit. And that's why when they were screaming, a lot of us in the back weren't really reacting to it. Like, what the is y'all saying? Like, we can't hear y'all. We kind of, but we can't at the same time. But it was the people in the front that was going crazy. So when he says, like, can y'all hear us in the back? Can y'all hear us in the back? We yelling no, but they in the front like, yeah. Like, girl, so they just continued to perform with the technical difficulties. There were a few technical difficulties that happened out there. Like, some of the screens were working, sometimes they weren't working, or they would look not clear. They would kind of look like a little distorted or whatever, but they kind of recovered quickly, I will say. Some of the performances that I enjoyed, I did not see Sean Paul, but City Girls did good. The dancers they brought out cut the fuck up. They did. City Girls did a good job. JT did look like she was a bit winded girl and that she was tired and didn't really, she wanted the crowd to rap her lyrics and stuff. And that's fine because they knew the lyrics or whatever, but she definitely was getting tired. I did not go over to see Ari Lennox perform. I don't know what I was doing. What was I doing? I heard her singing. Oh, I think I needed to rest my feet at that point. Because when I tell y'all Dorothea or Dorothea, I don't know what you call the part, but D Park, that part big as fuck. And we had already been doing all that walking just to get to the park. Once we get to the park, we standing around walking, doing more walking, standing in lines, waiting on the merchandise, all of that. Girl, didn't have a mat to really sit on. BIT, no ma'am. We found us a seat on this block with these other folks, and we just sat there and we chilled. So after City Girls went on, I kind of got a little video of that. Ari Lennox went on, but I didn't go over there to see Ari. So here's the other thing. When you go to this Dreamville Fest, and I don't know if he does this all the time, but I know for this particular time, he had 2 different stages. He had Rise and he had Shine. And my problem, BITCH, was the fact that once these people are done, you're walking over here to see the other folks. Once they're done, you're walking over here. And it's like, J. Cole, you're doing too much, baby. Ain't nobody got time to be doing all this motherfucking walking. Okay, back and forth. No. So on Sunday, best believe we was over there at the Shine stage and we sat and we stayed right where we needed to be because the people we needed to see, majority of those folks were going to be on that Shine stage. So I ain't feel no need to go over there until I saw Mario, but that was it. But did all that walking back and forth, okay? When Lil Durk got out, first of all, we had stopped and got us something to eat because we were hungry, right? But the lines were super long. And we ended up getting some cake. That was pretty good. It was decent. It wasn't the best, but girl, it was good for the moment, girl. Anyway. And then we ended up getting a vegan burger. BITCH, why are they talking about it's a meal? Calling it a meal now. It didn't come with a drink. Let's be clear. They give us a vegan burger. First of all, they was unorganized, okay? Whatever the lady name on the little vegan. I took video and pictures of it. I might or might not put it up here somewhere if I can fit it up. But, first of all, they was unorganized, and I get it. It's a lot of people, whatever, but they were. It was black owned. I mean, the vegan burger, it was cool. It was straight. But y'all charged like $20 for that burger. Girl, what? $20? I could have went somewhere else and got more than that. And I didn't know until the next day the other areas that I could have went to. But anywho, we got that vegan burger. So once we finished that, Dirk was like performing. Well, really, we were waiting on our fucking burgers. And it's crazy because they didn't have no type of order. So somebody almost stepped in line and got one of the burgers. And I said, I said she was in front of us. Let's be clear. And then we right after her. And he was like, oh, okay. Oh, y'all got burgers. Yeah, we got burgers, baby. Yeah, that's what we got. Get it clear, okay? No, because I'm trying to go see Lil Dirk. Give us us free. So we go over there. We see Dirk. That was fun. And I'm not even a Dirk fan. But I'm slowly noticing that I'm starting to like him more and more because a lot of the songs that he's featured on, I like. And when I hung out with my homegirl a few weeks ago, I was in the lounge, and it was a lot of songs I didn't know. So one thing about me, I'm a Shazam some music if I don't know it, girl, if I like the beat. So I Shazammed it, and I had just been like playing it, and I'm like, yo, I really like this song. And that's the first song that he came out with, girl, when he walked out on the stage to perform. And I was a little mad because I was like, BITCH, I'm kind of missing this performance, and this is one of my songs that I go up for that he has, and I'm over here waiting on a fucking vegan burger that was just okay if you ask me. Okay, I've had better. Anyway, so we go watch him perform. Let me tell y'all, and you know, I mean, listen, the white folks turn up more than us. So I'm just gonna say that, girl, because the way this one white boy was cutting up, I said, he is so lit. He loves him some Dirk. It really wasn't just him. It was him and his friends. But he was over there just like, girl, you couldn't tell him nothing. Nothing. Okay, now, no, I did not see him say the Nigga word. I did not see that. Okay, but homeboy was definitely over there vibing the hell out. I said, okay, this is okay. Okay, we was over there having a blast. Like, and you know, you really feed off of the energy of the people that's around you. Like, it was just such a vibe. Like, you with these strangers, you don't know them, and you just having a great time, right? So Lil Durk did his thing. But baby, when Usher came out, I showed my. When Usher came out, I showed my. When Usher came out, I showed my. Listen, he came out. Situation. Come on, let me tell. Usher showed his. I'm not even gonna lie. I was so glad to be there in that moment. And I loved my positioning because I could actually see him on the stage. I saw him on the screens and I saw him on the other screen. Like, I was able to see everything I need to see. You know, and he over there just doing his little moves and just Usher was getting that shit. Do you hear me? And was not out of breath. Was a 9. I said, oh, baby, breath control is on point. I remember years ago when Usher had gained all that weight. It was like in 2010, 2011 or something like that. I think it was 2010. And he was up there performing on stage one time, and he was trying to do that get down on his knee and spin, girl, and he was struggling hard. The people definitely clowned Usher. But after that, when Usher lost that weight, Usher said, you'll never get me like this again. I think that was around the time he was married to that lady, Tamika, the other lady, you know what I'm saying, that other lady, or whatever like that. His first wife, you know, and maybe he was stressed the hell out, probably. I don't know. But what I can say is that, yes, I remember that. But Usher said, never again. You'll never get me like that again. When I tell you he showed out, he did a great job, okay? He brought the city girls out, and they did their thing. Let me tell you, JT looked like she was not ready to be the JT, get your shit together. If you want to be solo, then just say that. If you trying to be on your Tasha Scott, just say that. Okay. All right, girl. So anyway, he did a great job. Usher, he showed his ass. Girl, when he was over there talking about that Beyonce was on her way out here, I said, but I know you fucking lying. I know you lying. Girl, we'll see Jay-Z before we see Beyonce, so I know you full of shit. I said, what is today? Oh, it is April's Fool. Okay, I knew he was over there playing. I said, Beyonce, I said, y'all believe this shit if y'all want to. Okay? When has Beyonce ever come out for Usher? It's not that she don't like him. I'm sure she does. I'm sure they have a good friendship. However, when has she ever walked out on his behalf? Girl, y'all don't sit down. Don't believe that. But anyway, Usher baby, show his R's. So when everything was all over with, you know, when we were getting ready to leave, I was like, babe, I'm not walking all the way over there. Because we would have had to go all the way over there and around to get out. And then all the way back down the trail. I said, nah, we finna bust this left with these other leaving, and we finna just follow them. Okay, let's find this quick exit. And we did, and we actually ended up going in the right direction because where they sent us, and this is where my problem's coming in, okay? Where they sent us was to the Centennial Drive, up Centennial Parkway, which is where all of the Ubers, Lyfts, all of that, taxis, that's where they pick you up at, right? So we out there, and we walked past the couple that we saw at the airport, the couple that I walked up to, and her husband was like, hey, y'all, or whatever like that. I was like, hey, she was kind of on the phone, so she looked confused. I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So we walked down a little bit further from them, and we trying to, you know what I'm saying, we trying to get, like, Uber. We trying to find an Uber. We trying to do our thing like, dang, why ain't that working? Like, of course, when you're in these environments with a lot of people, everybody's signals are getting crossed on their cell phones. So it's really hard to get through. It went from a point where my phone was on 5G to going down to SOS. You know, you really couldn't do a lot. You might be able to get a text message in, but that was really it, okay? So that was an issue, right? So we just standing out there for a minute trying to figure out, like, dang, what's going on? How can we get an Uber? Should we catch a shuttle? We need to get up out of this area with heavy cell phone activity so that we're able to actually call an Uber, because it looked like the Ubers were canceling on us. But come to find out, it wasn't that they were canceling on us. It was just the fact that if everybody's signal is crossed up, we can't get a signal to Uber, and Uber can't receive a signal from us. You see what I'm saying? So it was kind of like difficult for the Ubers to get to us. So what ended up happening was the couple that we met, okay, the couple that we met at the airport, or at least the couple I met at the airport, came over. Okay, the husband came over, started talking to us or whatever about Uber and stuff like that, and then his wife came over, and we were all just talking, chit chatting or whatever, talking about this, how frustrated we were, and then we just came to a conclusion like, yo, if y'all get an Uber, we hopping in with y'all, and if we get an Uber, they hopping in with us, like whatever it was. And come to find out, the irony was that our apartment was like, not apartment, but our hotels were like 4 minutes apart from each other, like literally around the corner from each other. So I'm like, girl, if we had to come to y'all's and we just got to walk to the next one or call another Uber or whatever, like, girl, it is what it is. So we pretty much ended up sticking together, right? And there were a couple that was out of Tennessee. And so we all finally made a decision like, yo, we ain't getting nowhere sitting on this part of Centennial Parkway. Let's walk to the other side of Centennial Parkway. So we go all the way around, girl, to the other side of Centennial Parkway. And it's more people over there sitting and waiting. Not as much as what's on the other side of the park, okay? So we go from the east side of the park to the west side of the park, basically. And it's people sitting over there waiting for Uber, so much so that you had people running, flagging folks down, running in the road. If they saw Uber cars that were empty, running in the roads, trying to stop folks like, hey, can we hop in your Uber or whatever like that? We'll pay you, whatever the case is, right? I just want to say, police officers in Raleigh, y'all trash as fuck. I just want y'all to understand this, okay? Y'all trash. Like, what was killing me is don't tell people to come to the Centennial Parkway, lanes 1 through 5 or whatever, where you can get picked up by Uber. But then when you see Ubers on that street slowly driving, y'all telling them, keep going, move it, why are you telling these people to keep going and keep moving when the goal is for them to pick up their passengers? What the fuck is y'all doing? You know, like, what the fuck was y'all doing? Like, girl, I'm sure y'all don't want to be out here no more than us. Like, let them pick up their fucking people so that they can go. Like, are y'all okay? So, anywho, we walked to the other side. And over here, it was police telling people to move, but it was more street leeway over there. So, some of the Ubers were able to pull off to the side, pick up who they need to pick up, and all of that, right? And we were out there. We had left out the park. I think maybe 11, 10:30, 11, maybe 11, something like a little after 11 or something like that. But the couple had been out there for an hour. They left early in the middle of Usher's set, trying to and hoping to get a Uber so they could be out of this, right? But they had waited like an hour or so before we even came out. But anywho, we go around, we walk. First of all, we was out there for like an hour, I think, on the front part. So we got out there at 11. We were out there for like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, waiting for an Uber or a Lyft or somebody to come. We walk all the way around to the west side, okay, of Centennial Park. And then we waited there for, I feel like, another hour or so. And what was funny was some people were able to catch Ubers. You had this group of white girls, which was so funny. They was running up to Ubers, and it was 2 different sets of black people that was like, nah, hell no, I don't know what she on, but this our Uber. Like, girl, no, whatever you got going on, I don't care how long you been out here. This our Uber. And I said, I know that's right, bitch, because I would have said the same thing. Like, girl, what? Scoot back. So those ladies went and hopped in their Uber. So then another Uber came, and then these group of girls running across the street trying to get to that Uber. And then you got this black boy with his friends like, nah, chill out. Nah, chill out. That's us. I was like, oh my God, this is a lot. So I'm over there trying to get me a Lyft, get me an Uber, get a Lyft, get an Uber. Babe is trying. The other couple is trying. And even trying to call taxis, y'all. It's just nothing was working. Like, whenever you dial for a Lyft or an Uber, you were getting timed out. Like, it'll just sit, make you think that they trying to like find you somebody, and then it just times out. Okay. So what ended up happening was, Babe was like, okay, it's going to be a 2-hour walk to the hotel. He was like, I think we need to go ahead and get started, get on our way. I'm like, hell, we would have started walking when we left Centennial Park. We would have been there by now, because we already been out here about 2.5 hours waiting for somebody. So we like, all right, dang, we didn't want to make that walk. I was like, God, please send somebody. Please, Lord, because like my feet are killing me. I'm tired. I'm getting cold. Like, what is going on? So we started walking, but the goal wasn't for us to walk to the hotel. The goal was for us to get and get somewhere where we could actually call an Uber. So we started walking, and we ended up seeing this taxi, and over there, like near the Captain Seafood or whatever. Some people out there in Raleigh might know where I'm talking about. So we ended up seeing this taxi, and so the young lady with us told her husband, babe, run over there and see, like, if he'll take us. So he runs over there, and we wait, and like, okay, is this it? Like, oh my God, what is it? And so next thing you know, he looked up and said, hey, y'all, come on. So, man, we start running. We running over there trying to get to him, right? It was so funny. So he hopped in, and girl, he definitely charged us a smooth $50. And we paid it because that's what Uber would have charged us. When we were looking, it was like $52 just to do an Uber. So he charged us $50, and he dropped them off at their hotel, dropped us off at their hotel. Dropped us off at ours. And then he was like, let me give y'all a bit of advice. He was like, take my number down for tomorrow. We was like, mine. My NIGGA, we got you. Mine. So it worked. After that, it was smoothly. So me and the young lady, we exchanged numbers with each other. And yeah, like we let them know when we got to our hotel and stuff. And then like the next day, she hit me up in the morning. I was like, the irony was I was just finna text you. I didn't even see that you text me. I was like, let me text her. And then I'm seeing that she texts me, good morning, what's up? How y'all doing? What time y'all heading there? And it was so crazy because we literally stuck together after that on that Sunday. You would have thought that we came there together and we didn't. It was so much of a vibe. Like it was like truly like a vibe, y'all. It was just real awkward. I was not awkward, but it was just so ironic to me. I was like, oh my God, this is just extremely fucking ironic that like we just literally saw y'all at the airport. Then we see y'all outside, and then next thing you know, we glued to each other like this. Like we was not going nowhere in the park on Sunday without one another. For real. It was like, where you at? Okay, so you finna go over there, okay, bet. Like we stuck together. I brought my blanket out. We all sat on the blanket, girl. It just worked out. So when it came to the performances, we got there in enough time to see, I think Aria's star was performing when we walked in. So we missed Baby Tate, Kaz, Jordan, and Ruben. We missed all of those people. But we got in there, found our spots when Aria was performing. And then when Mario performed, we walked over there to see Mario. Mario did a really good job. I did enjoy him. I'm not going to lie. Like, that's one of the people I did want to see. I was like, dang, I didn't want to go to the park so early, though. But we wanted to get there in enough time. So what happened was, I called an Uber. My Uber went and picked them up, and then we all went to the park together, walked up, got in smooth, okay? Because they went in on the east entrance the first day, and they was like, dang, it took us forever to get in, dog. Y'all just walked straight in with this one. I'm like, yes, ma'am. So, yes, that's what I was trying to tell you. So, anywho, we get in there, we find our seating, we sit down. Once we find our placement, because we sat at the Shine stage, because everybody was going to be over there. Waka Flocka, Glorilla, Summer Walker, Drake, and J. Cole. It was no need to be walking back and forth. Let's just place our mats here, and this is where we're going to stay at. But if we need to leave, we'll leave from this area, right? So me and her went over to see Mario, came back, and after Mario performed Waka Flocka, I ain't know I was going to enjoy Waka Flocka as much. I was like, I do want to see Waka perform. I would like to see that because I know he going to turn up. But listen, understatement. When Waka, first of all, his DJ is everything. The DJ had us so ready and prepped that when he came out, it was like Waka Flocka tore that bitch down. I don't care what nobody say. To see it on TV was one thing, but to experience it in person and you just vibing with other strangers and shit, like it was such a vibe. Like I had so much fun. Like Waka, yes. Okay, and he brought out Travis Porter. Like, he was doing his thing. Girl, his hype man was a little too fucking hype. Climbing poles and shit, like, on some other stuff. But it was so much fun. Boz went up and performed. I think he went on the other stage. And Jid. My man really likes Jid. He thinks Jid is really, really good. I was just fucked up. I was just down bad. Like, that's a lit song by Jid. But he went over and watched Jid, and bitch, me and old girl laid on the mat and went the fuck to sleep. Like, girl, I'm not even gonna lie, I went to sleep. I definitely went to sleep. It was super hot out there that day, ironically, and I dressed for a colder weather because they said it was gonna be 65 degrees. So I had my J. Cole shirt on with my sweater up underneath it and all of that. Girl, I came up out that fucking sweater. I did, girl, and I ended up going to sleep. But, I woke up in time for Glorilla, and girl, I should have stayed asleep because the bitch didn't show up. The DJ just playing music, and we just like, well, what's going on? And my babe was like, shit, they about to play through her damn set. And I'm like, I hope not. Like, are they going to push the show back for her or what? Girl, the DJ played during her entire set. None of her music, other people's music, trying to get us ready. He's over there looking to the left like this, like, what's going on? What's going on? He's like, what's up? He had to do this finally. She never showed up. People started leaving in the middle of when he was playing the music and going back to the other side so that they could see Jid performed. Yeah. So Jid came after the Glorilla. That's when he went over there. Then I ended up going to sleep. So anywho, or did I go to sleep before that? No. I went to sleep when he walked over to go see Jid. So anywho, that happened. Jid happened, and then Summer Walker went up. I saw the beginning of Summer Walker's, and I was like, yo, I'm hungry. I said, I'm gonna go get me something to eat. I heard it's concessions on this side. Now, here's the gag. They do have food trucks out there. Now, if you were to go to this concert, personally, I do not recommend you go to the food trucks. I recommend that you likely just go to the concessions that they have, because I personally feel like the concessions were a bit cheaper. To me, after I spent $20 on a fucking burger, just a burger, that's it, and some wrap snacks. I'm like, girl, not y'all talking about y'all vegan, but y'all got wrap snacks out here. This is not vegan. This is not vegan, ma'am. That's not it, but we gonna take it, whatever. So then, what else happened? So then, yeah, I went over there in the middle of Summer Walker's set. The good thing was where the concessions were, I still could see her performance. And I feel like I kind of could see it better from where I was, honestly. And I went and got me some chicken, some fried chicken tenders, and some fries for like, how much was it? It was $18. And then I got me a funnel cake, which was $10. And I brought that back. And we all on the mat ate all of that. And I'm like, bitch, I only spent $28. And everybody on the mat eating. Bitch, why the fuck did I spend $40-some on some damn burgers? Are you crazy? Why do we spend that? Hell no. So anywho, we ate that food. It was really, really good. Now I know that I'm not going to be going to the food trucks. I'm just going to go over there to the concessions. And what actually worked out for me was that my lane was moving. Okay, whoever was at the front of my line, and the irony of it, which is crazy, she looks like one of my friends, Olivia. But anywho, the young lady that was taking my order, I'm like, oh my gosh, she looks just like Olivia. But anywho, yeah, so she got us in, she got us out, and I was able to get back to where the hell I needed to be, period. After that, it was just a bunch of chill time. We sat down on the mat, and Drake and J. Cole got ready to come out. And you know it went up. People started getting closer to the stage. But it always has to be somebody that's ignorant, because it was this like in the middle section, towards the back, but in the middle section. But when I say towards the back, understand, I'm talking about the back of like where the rails are, like for the people that's inside, and then the back portion right there. Because honestly, all that like that's the back, girl. That's the back, back it up, back. Okay, and we weren't all the way back there, thank God. But there was a little section, and out of nowhere, these people just started running, and I'm laying down on the mat, so my man standing up, the young lady and her man standing up, and I'm the one sitting down on the mat because my feet hurt. Okay, girl, like I'm finna sit down here. B.I.T. them feet was not hurt when I saw them folks running. And what was crazy is I saw her fiance lift his hand up like this, and he was trying to point and say something's going on over there. So then I get up and just cut out running. And then I was like, wait, I'm about to get lost. I'm not where my babe gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no service. So I just stopped, turn around. Girl, he's still standing there looking like, what the hell going on? Girl, I ran back over there like, what? I'm like, I'm the only person running from the mat. It's just me running for my life, and everybody else still here. What's going on? Because when his hand went up and he said somebody was over there fighting or something like that, I ran, because I see a flood of people running. And I don't know if it was actually a fight or what was going on over there, but I feel like people do these things just to be stupid, because they tried to do it again. And I was like, okay, I'm not moving this time because my people not moving. Like, I'm not moving like what's going on, right? I'm like, I know we ain't got no weapons in here because you had to be scanned for that. So what's really going on? So I don't know. Like, that's the only small thing that really happened. Like, we were doing good. I was like, dang, everybody, all these black folks, these white folks, we could be out here and not act a fool or nothing like that. We had fun. But then you had these one little group of people that was trying to act like something was happening. So everybody ran. Now, what I do think is that it was a method to the madness, because it cleared that section. And that section never fully packed up since then. But I do believe it cleared the section for some people that wanted to get closer, if that makes sense. But it was just like the stupidity, and they tried to do that again. And I'm like, y'all the reason that Glorilla probably got these charged or got this lawsuit now. And ain't no telling who else. Okay, because it ain't like it was like a push type thing. It's that somebody ignorant in the crowd is yelling, it's a fight or they shooting or whatever, and that just scares people and make everybody start running, right? And then if somebody gets trampled over, the artists or whoever are the ones that have to suffer for those actions when it really was y'all ignorant as, attendees, for real, for real. So anywho, that happened, but then after that ain't nothing else happened. J. Cole came out, did his motherfucking thing. Drake came out, did his thing, brought out Lil Wayne, brought out Uzi. Everybody went crazy for Uzi, and I'm just like, okay, but this is cute, okay. Glorilla finally came out. Everybody really went crazy over her. I was like, it's all right, girl. It's okay. It's cool, At that point, bitch, I'm freezing at this point. All right, I had a jacket on, a sweater, all of that. All right, my feet is hurting at this point. Y'all need to come on. Oh, I've already seen Drake in concert. Okay, so J. Cole went on before him. I haven't seen J. Cole, so I was happy about that. But Drake, I've seen you, baby. This is cool. This is cute. Let's put it together. Don't bring nobody else out here, honey. We need to wrap this up. I'm ready to go. But my man was having the time of his life, okay? Then, girl, I'm walking around him. He's standing, and I'm circling him. He's like, what's going on? I said, I have to piss. And I'm not going to pull you away from this. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just walking around trying to, move around a little bit. Now, some of Drake's songs definitely got me to moving, so I cannot think about the fact that I got to go to the bathroom, girl. I got to go to the bathroom. So I'm just dancing or whatever. But it ended up being cute. So once everything was over, like I think J. Cole was finna do one more song. And we all looked at each other like, so what we finna do? We finna stay to the end or what we finna do? I was like, I gotta pee. Go to the bathroom, use it real quick. By the time we trying to leave, y'all, it's just so many people. It's so packed. We're congested. We up on each other's booties like this trying to get out. You had people trying to get out the emergency exit, and you have these ignorant ass ushers or whatever they were with their green shirts on talking about something. This is closed. Go that way. Go that way. I'm like, bitch, when this is over and y'all probably got 300,000 folks out here, bitch, y'all better open up all of the gates. All the gates. Let the floodgates open so we can get the fuck up out of here. Okay? And I said, see, this is probably how those individuals that died at that Glorilla and Finesse concert passed away, because they said it was over and people were leaving. I would not be surprised if, because they were rushing and wanting people to leave, like, hurry, y'all move because ain't nobody moving. I wouldn't be surprised if they was like, they shooting, this is happening, in an effort to rush people and force people to get out. Pushing people, rushing people, getting out. Some folks probably got trampled on and passed away because of other people's ignorance. I bet you nobody probably was even out there pop, 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 or doing nothing. People just being stupid. But anywho, as we're all trying to get out, somebody comes and says, emergency exits are now open. Emergency exits are now open. We thought he was joking. Come to find out he was for real. So we ran around there thinking that we really was finna go somewhere, girl. Really wasn't going no damn where. For real. But we all got out, and we were looking. We probably spent 30 minutes trying to find our cab driver because we did call him. And eventually, we walked the same direction we walked the night before. We didn't have to go as far, and he pulled up and picked us up, girl. And he definitely charged us a smooth $75. I said, not you going up. But he was trying to include his little $15 tip or high $25 tip or whatever, girl. I was like, bitch, whatever. Just pay the man. Pay the man so we can get the fuck on. Okay? So we can get the hell on. All right? So when you a little desperate or whatever, girl, you trying to get back. Hell. But he did get us back. I feel like we got back like around midnight something. Maybe like 12:30. Close to 1 in the morning. And we didn't have much time to pull our shit together because our flight was leaving at 6 in the morning. So I'm like, babe, we got to be up at like 4, getting to the airport at 4:30 so that we can go ahead and be in place because they're going to start boarding like after 5:30. So that's what we did. It worked out. I'm so glad we got up early because our Uber driver to the airport was slow as fuck. He drove slow as shit. Do you hear me? So we needed every bit of them extra 30 minutes, bitch. The airport wasn't nothing but like 12 minutes away. But that's how slow he was driving. Thank God Riley has a super small airport. And when we flew out, it wasn't even a lot of people like the bullshit that we see over here at Atlanta. You got to be at Atlanta airport like 3 hours before your damn flight just so you can get through TSA. Okay. But, it was smooth. Got in there. Time to fly back. Our flight was real smooth. It was like an hour and some change, if that. And yeah, made it back in time and got the hell home. Like, we did a lot of walking this weekend. Even when we got to Atlanta Airport, we did a lot of walking because we didn't catch the train. We did it until the very end. Towards the very end, we ended up catching the train, but we walked most of it. But I just did a lot of walking. And that's what makes me not want to go back to Dreamville Fest, just because of all of the walking and not being prepared. But if you know what to expect, you'll be fine. Like, I have a taxi's number now, so I will probably hit him up. But I'm gonna tell him don't come if he not finna accept only this price. Like, this is the only price I'm willing to do. Okay, this is the cap for me. But then also, like I told Babe, I was like, well, hell, like, all the money that was spent to pay for him, we could have just rented a car. It's really just that simple. And I saw where some people parked at, and I still remember where they parked at, because I'm like, we could just park there and just walk up and just do that. And then once we done, just walk to the car and we good. Like, we don't even have to wait for nobody. Just rent a car the next time if we were to come. And then also just being better prepared with like your pallets and stuff, because that ground do be getting hard. And I saw some people had like their little blow up sofas and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's clutch. That's clutch. Get you a pallet or whatever, and get you like a little blow up couch that you can sit on and chill on. And just, watch whatever you're going to watch and have a good time. So I'm like, yeah, we would be way more better prepared come the next time, should we go next year. But we'll see. The verdict is still out. I don't know if they'll have any other artists there next season, next year, that would make me want to go. Y'all had so many heavy hitters that I was super excited to go. First of all, I just wanted to go for J. Cole, number one. But when he showed this list, I think he dropped the list in like January or February, and we already had our tickets. We were already locked in to come. I said, this list is everything. What? You having all these people there? When I saw Summer Walker and I saw Drake, I said, I'm sold. Well, really, it was Waka Flocka, Summer Walker, and Drake. I was like, oh, this is finna be, okay, bet it's gonna go up, okay? It's gonna go up. It's gonna be good. So, yeah, he came with a great list. It was just a walking back and forth to different stages for me, and not properly having an Uber afterwards, and having the cops and not really allowing Ubers to be able to stop and pick their passengers up, which was also ignorant. To me as well. Like, that whole aftermath setup could have been better. I also feel like it would have been decent enough if they had some type of cell phone tower. I think cell phone companies should do a better job when it comes to festivals like this, for people to be able to get access to stuff. Like, I don't know if y'all need some type of Wi-Fi thing people can access, and having multiple ones. Let me tell y'all, J. Cole made some bread off of this. He made some motherfucking bread off of this show. It was so many people there. You had so many people buying, whether it was food, liquor, whatever, buying merchandise, everything. Shit, they probably paying for parking. They probably took care of all of that, on the website, whatever it was. Like, J. Cole made a lot of money. They even had lockers out there if you wanted to lock up your personal belongings or whatever in lockers. You could rent a locker for a little of nothing and secure that. Put your stuff in, secure that, all of that. Like, all y'all needed was like some cell phone towers at different parts of the park, especially on the outside where people are trying to get Ubers. Y'all need to figure out that process at the end. But outside of that, like, it was good. Like, girl, we got to the house that Saturday night. We got back really Sunday morning, like 2:30, I think, or no, I feel like it could have been. It was after 2:30, I think, when we got in our rooms, and it was still people sitting outside. So I feel like those people probably were still out there until sunrise. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the cops had to take some of them folks home, because it was just too damn, like, the Ubers weren't coming. Okay, it was too much going on. I don't know if y'all was not expecting this capacity. I don't know what the y'all were looking forward to, but come next one, y'all need to get that shit together when it comes to that, okay? But that's my rant, and those are my thoughts when it came down to the Dreamville fast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hop down in the comments. Let me know you all's thoughts and all of that, and whether or not you were in attendance and how you felt about it, all right? That's all that I got. I'm JamiThatsMe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.